and welcome to the church at Hiraeth Wednesday Words of Wisdom. My wife and I bought a canvas the other day to fit above the bed on the wall. So, armed with a hammer, a couple of picture hooks and a tape measure, I got to work setting it up so that it was perfectly level with everything around it. We do have a sloped roof to the one side. It's a nice feature, but it does make it slightly more difficult in terms of the measuring and so on and so forth. But you start from the bed, get the bed level, then the headboard, you work through, you make your little mark on the wall with your pencil, likewise the other side, measure it again, make sure it's okay. When it is, knock the nails in and hang the canvas, and there it is. My dog was in on it, by the way. He loves to get in on the action whenever the camera puts in an appearance. He's there as well. It sounds really simple, what I've just described, but what it is it's logical. That's the important thing. If you just get the canvas and start to wobble it from side to side and say, does that look okay? Is that fine? And then you just knock the nails in, you'll find that invariably it's not okay. It will be out. It might be a couple of inches, it might be an inch, but it will be out. As it is, it's perfect. Everything is as it should be. And that reminds me of our life, our lives, because if we just throw everything into the mix and have a go and do this and do that and hope it comes out okay at the end of it, it might not always do so. But when you have a plan and you work logically, you find that your life takes on order. And when I was working on it with the tape measure, most important, the tape measure, the hammer and the picture hooks, they came later. That was okay. But most importantly, it was all about the tape measure, getting the measurements right. I was thinking of the ark, which we read about in Genesis chapter 6. And it tells us that God told Noah, make yourself an ark of cypress wood, not go and find any bits and pieces that you can, leftovers. There were very specific instructions. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 450 feet long, 75 feet wide and 45 feet high. Make a roof for it and finish the ark to within 18 inches of the top. And then the instructions for the door, etc. came later. But they were very specific. You can't think, I haven't quite got enough wood for that, so I'll come a little bit short or go a little bit long on that occasion. It was very, very specific. When the Israelites went into the promised land, as they were making their way into it, they had instructions to build the tabernacle, the portable synagogue, the portable church, the portable temple that they took with them. And there were specific instructions which we read from Exodus 25 right the way through to the end of the chapter 40. Make this and make it to this exact size. Use that specific material. God didn't say just find what you can and make the best of it and have a botch up job and well, we'll get there in the end. Everything was specific. And in our life, if we approach it in a logical manner, we will find that there will be a lot more order than if we just make it up as we go along. Now, there are people who, perhaps even listening to this, think to themselves, I fit in one of those two camps, or maybe I'm somewhere in between. I am the sort of person who just doesn't plan. I just see how it goes. It always works out in the end. I always get there in the end, but maybe not as smoothly as if you plan. When we go on holiday, now the places we go to, we've been there before, so I can get in the car on the drive and make my way to the doorstep at the destination. But when you go somewhere for the first time, you need a sat nav. You might be able to get within the general area, but once you do, that's when you need to know exactly turn left, second right, straight ahead, over at the junction, second right, third left, etc. Because those are the instructions to take you to the exact place where you need to be. When I measured that canvas, as I started the short message with, when I measured the canvas, I measured that first of all. Then I measured the headboard, the bed, the wall above it. I got all the measurements and then worked it out so that everything was in its right place. 1 nail, 2 nail. Had a little test, step back, looked at it. It looked good, got the tape measure, it looked okay. And then finally put the nails in. The ark, the tabernacle, everything to do with it. Specific measurements. Order is very important in our life, because without it, we'll be all over the place, round the reeking, as they say in these parts. Instead, if we have order, we know exactly where we're going, how to get there, and we will reach our destination much more easily and hassle-free than if we just make it up as we go along.